Mm. Welcome back to another wonderful passage of the Tao of Women. I am so honored and delighted to be with you practicing this wonderful art. It is continuously unfolding in a way that brings me so much pleasure and delight, and it is an honor to share it with you. Let's just take a breath or two to settle in, to feel our roots, to drop our attention inside our body, to return our attention from where it's been, to bringing it here to this present moment. And as we breathe into our bodies, we breathe into our circle. And we open and prepare ourselves to receive the wisdom of the Tao. If you have the book, I invite you to read it with me. If not, just let me read to you. And open yourself to the wisdom of the Tao. Open your perception to receive the message, the words, and beyond the words. Mm. Passage 45. Doing the work of the Tao. When working with the pieces, the whole may be difficult to see. The work may seem impossible, but the impossible can happen. Daily work seems tedious, but the tasks are eventually completed. Letting things happen naturally, the wise woman steps aside. Let's read that one more time and see what else is here. Doing the work of the Tao. When working with the pieces, the whole may be difficult to see. The work may seem impossible, but the impossible can happen. Daily work seems tedious, but the tasks are eventually completed. Letting things happen naturally, the wise woman steps aside. And I'm going to share with you. I have to get so close to show you how small these characters are. They're here on the side, Nushu characters. And here they are, doing the work of the Tao. So let's practice. I invite you to clear your space so we can do the work of the Tao. And as we are coming together, bringing our hands and feet together, feeling our feet on the earth as we stand tall, we give a humble bow. We bow to the practice, we bow to each other, we simply empty our cup. And once you feel like you have emptied, you have released, you have softened, you've let go, feel your feet on the earth. And as you inhale, rise up, unfurling one vertebra at a time, feeling yourself emerge, rolling your shoulders back, your neck up, top of your head lifts as you arrive in this present moment. And we step across the threshold into our circle, into the Path with Harmony Sanctuary as we do the work of the Tao. And when we do the work of the Tao today, my loves, we are going to grind tofu. And so to do this, you're going to feel your feet, your shoulder width apart, and you're going to find your breath. And when you inhale, just step forward with your right foot, right? And let your hands rest in front of you like they're on the surface of water. This is an earth element form. Earth element is all about very practical, step-by-step ways of doing things, chronological order, right? This is the wisdom mind. So we're going to connect with the earth wisdom, doing the work of the Tao, which is tedious. And we're going to grind tofu. So when you inhale, you're going to shift your weight back. You're going to turn your waist. And as you exhale, you shift your weight forward and let your hands float forward. Shift your weight back, your hands come back toward your center, toward your navel. Turn your waist, shift forward, let your hands circle forward. Inhale back, turn your waist, shift forward, back, shift your weight, turn your waist. Let your hands follow. And feel that we're working with the Tao, working with the earth, and we're doing step by step something very tedious and a lot to do is to grind tofu and make tofu. Have you ever made tofu before? My first job in Fayetteville, Arkansas, when I arrived here in the year 2000, was in a company called Summer Corn Foods. And I had a few shifts there in this big commercial kitchen, and we made tofu. And I had a lot of tofu. I didn't do the grinding part, I did the cutting it up part. I cut up big pieces of tofu. But to grind tofu, you're going to feel, I'm going to slow down and stop talking for you to start to feel the earth beneath your feet. Feel your belly. Feel your gut knowing. And feel yourself having the endurance, the stamina, and the clarity of mind and the willingness to do the work. And start to think about your to-do list, your projects, your business, your art and craft and skill, and all the pieces that it goes into crafting skillfully something that is high quality. And so sometimes you just got to roll your sleeves up and do the work. And sometimes there's a little bit of you got to take information in and then you output your information and then you receive more information that makes you shift and rearrange yourself and then you output. So feel also this doing the work, the tediousness of showing up day after day, week after week, year after year, plugging in to your maybe your parenting or to your keeping your home managed and clean and everybody fed and nourished. It's tedious. There's a lot of steps. And yet, when we slow down, we're willing to do the work, we allow it to unfold, it gets done. So allow this motion to unfold. Allow yourself to slow down a little bit, moving from your center, being centered and rooted, and let the work get done. And see how you can apply this to your work. We're going to do this one more time and then we'll shift directions. So when we shift, an easy way to do it on camera in a small space is when you inhale, bring your hands back, bring your foot back. When you are ready to exhale, let your hands come forward and your foot come forward. And now when you're ready, you grind tofu. You draw it in, shift your weight, turn your waist, and release it down. Draw it in. So thinking of physical manual labor where you're putting your body into it and you're using your body to do the work. This morning I was at a big commercial kitchen again, which I think is so funny that I wrote the word grind your tofu here before, and then today's the day. And today I was in a big commercial kitchen, and I have this project I want to do. And this person gave me the list of stuff to do before I can even get permission to be in that kitchen. And it was like 5 weeks or several months worth of stuff to do ahead of time before I get to even get permission to be on the schedule. So it's very much like the tediousness that happens in a project so that it can unfold. So how does this apply to you? I'm going to be quiet for a moment for the form to teach you, and then I'll read the passage one more time. Stay in the form. You keep doing your tofu grinding. Doing the work of the Tao. When working with the pieces, the whole may be difficult to see. The work may seem impossible, but the impossible can happen. Rest assured, it can. Daily work seems tedious, but the tasks are eventually completed. Letting things happen naturally, the wise woman steps aside. And so as you're seeing this, like you're stepping aside, you're allowing yourself the willingness to do the small tasks that open up and lead to the big result. What dream are you dreaming? You can see the big picture, and then you look at the task, all the steps, and it's like, oh, I don't think I can really do that. And then you just break it down. That's what Earth Element helps you do. It helps you take the big picture and turn it into small steps. Easy to do, simple steps. And then before you know it, it's complete. Slowing this down, making your movements even more slow, even more skilled. Let your waist turn and let your hands follow as you're rooted and centered, skilled. One more time. And this time, the next time your hands naturally come back, step back. Hold yourself at your center. Bring your hands to your center. Press your hands together a little bit and pull them apart. And feel this energy work. Energy work is skillful work. Cultivation takes the same sort of willingness to do the work of the Tao. So take this energy that you've cultivated from this practice, feel it in the palm of your hands, feel it in your belly, feel it in your body. This is the result of your hard work. And now take this chi ball, this energy ball, and rub it in. Give yourself a chi bath. Celebrate your hard work. Rub this chi into any place that might be stiff or tight or stuck, any place that needs some extra love and attention because you've been working so hard. Let your energy work nourish you and feed you just like the earth element does, just like tofu does, just like this big project is going to do. Pause in the middle of that big project and nourish yourself with this beautiful energy that you've been cultivating. And after you've given yourself a chi bath, we start to come to completion. So we honor the earth as we draw the earth energy up, the practical step by step. We turn our palms over and we embrace this big picture, this amazing project, this thing that seems impossible. And we bring the big picture and the step by steps together as we embody the practical wisdom of the Tao, of doing the work, of grinding tofu, humble, persistent, consistent. One more time, honoring the earth, the practical step-by-step tedious part, opening up to the big picture, to the impossible, to the dream, to the vision, and integrate the vision, encode the vision into the plan of action, the SOP, the way you're going to do it all. One more time. Letting your hands float down, embodying this wisdom, the big picture, and all the small steps. This time your hands come up to the horizon line, your feet come together, and you reach up and stretch. Reach up and stretch because we're coming to completion. You're about to transition into your next step of the day. You might be starting to go do that work now. And so as your hands float down, they are integrating, completing this practice. And they're collecting and harvesting the gifts of this practice. And as your hands float down, everything below your hands moves toward your belly, towards your dantian, to store this wisdom, to nourish you, to guide you. And everything above your hands is clear and bright and open and alert, yet relaxed and present. Seal your hands at your belly. Stir this tofu goodness, wisdom into your belly and both directions. Take a moment to pause and just simply breathe here, coming to completion, coming to integration, being nourished by the practice and celebrating your hard work and honoring how you got to take one step at a time and eventually you'll get it. Okay. So from here we bow out. Right hand makes a fist. Woo! Celebrate. Shine bright like the sun every day. You are brilliant. radiant. Left hand covers it like the moon, the yin, the cyclical, always changing, always whole, even in your darkest hour. And we bow. We bow to the Tao of Women. We bow to each other. We bow to our teachers, and the teacher within. Drawing it into your heart. Remember, my love, you don't store it in your heart, you store it in your belly. And then step back across the threshold, back into your life. Rub it in, shake it off, do whatever you need to do to feel good, because I know you've got work to do. You're doing the work of the Tao today. So let's remember the work of the Tao means getting the Tao of Women, means coming to Qigong class, and it means sharing this with your friends, pushing like and subscribe. And it also means sharing your wisdom with us, sharing your experience so we can all learn together because we've got a lot of work to do, my loves. Okay, thank you. And I will see you next week.